I would love for reunions. I've already thrown out there, Johnson Family Vacation.
Could a Blackish movie be headed our way? Anthony Anderson is sharing his vision for a future reunion. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrea Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5. Starting with Dave Chappelle, who was attacked on stage Tuesday night at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles.
Dave Chappelle was wrapping up his set at the Netflix Is a Joke festival when a man in a black hoodie rushed the stage and appeared to tackle him to the ground.
The LAPD has identified the suspect as 23-year-old Isaiah Lee.
According to police, Lee has been charged with felony assault with a deadly weapon. One spokesperson says the weapon was a replica handgun with a knife.
After storming the stage, the suspect tried to flee, but was stopped by security guards and members of Chappelle's team.
Also springing into action were Jamie Foxx and Chris Rock, who had performed earlier in the night. They got up and helped Chappelle on stage. It's also a little ironic that minutes before the attack, Chappelle was making jokes about Will Smith and Chris Rock's altercation at the Oscars, and then this happened.
5 weeks ago, Rock was smacked across the face by Smith at the Academy Awards after Rock made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head.
And when Chris Rock came on stage for Chappelle on Tuesday, he actually joked.
Was that Will Smith?
In more top headlines this week, it was date night at the 2022 Met Gala. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson packed on the PDA after stepping out at the White House Correspondents' Dinner over the weekend and 2 events last month. And it was a parents' night out for Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner, who are expecting baby number 2. The married duo dazzled in Louis Vuitton, while Jodie Turner-Smith and Joshua Jackson, aka mom and dad to daughter Janie, turned heads in Gucci. Joshua joked that his dress code was inspired by the train envy he feels from all of his wife's gorgeous gowns. Young love was in the air too, as Kaya Gerber and Austin Butler made their debut as a couple. And newlyweds Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz were pretty in pink for the second year in a row to mark their first post-wedding appearance. They say their first month of marriage has been the best, and that they feel like they're on a play date forever. Moving on to the posts you've been loving this week. Kaley Cuoco is back in the dating game, revealing she and Ozark actor Tom Pelphrey are an item in some lovey-dovey Polaroids from a mountain getaway. She also shared this sweet snap of Tom kissing her on the cheek, captioning it in part, "Life lately." The actress filed for divorce from Carl Cook back in September after 3 years of marriage and told Glamour in April that she will never get married again. Lana Condor is in her ultimate happy place. Let's see. Snuggly puppies? Check. A cozy fireplace? Check. Some of her favorite foods? Check and check. What more does a girl need? She's just missing her fiance, Anthony De La Torre. And Phoebe Bridgers is getting candid about an abortion she had in October. This is in response to a Supreme Court draft opinion leaked this week, which suggests the court is likely to overturn Roe v. Wade. In her stories, the singer emphasized the need for abortion access for all. When news of the leak broke, Phoebe was attending the Met Gala with boyfriend actor Paul Mescal. The two have been linked since 2020. In this week's People cover story, country queen Naomi Judd is being remembered by her loved ones.
Naomi was described as a steel magnolia by her friend Ann Wilson of the band Heart, and she added that Naomi was an honest woman and an open book, while singer Jeannie Seely remembers her as a breath of fresh air.
Naomi died on April 30th at the age of 76.
Multiple sources confirmed to People that Naomi died by suicide after a long battle with mental illness.
As country duo The Judds, Naomi and her eldest daughter Wynonna performed together for decades, charting 14 #1 hits. Love can build a bridge, which led them all the way to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Just one day after Naomi's death, a tearful Wynonna and her sister, the actress Ashley Judd, accepted country's highest honor on their mom's behalf. Ashley added that she was sorry Naomi couldn't hang on to be there that day.
Naomi was open about her experience with suicidal depression and a longtime advocate for mental wellness. And finally, we're continuing our series on how your favorite stars are getting out there and enjoying springtime, brought to you by Novavax. Whether it's fun meetups with friends, sunny outings with pets, or birthday bashes with loved ones, many celebs are reconnecting with their nearest and dearest.
Reese Witherspoon was all smiles in the stands as she watched a Nashville soccer game with her family.
While Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra hit the links for a round of golf, and Katie Holmes took a leisurely stroll through New York City's Central Park.
Katie was recently spotted walking hand in hand with musician Bobby Wooten III. One photo even showed Bobby hugging Katie's mom. Very sweet.
And it might be a wrap on Coachella, but live music is rocking on.
Carrie Underwood made headlines with a surprise guest at California's Stagecoach Festival, the one and only Axl Rose. That was the same night that Megan Thee Stallion headlined Beale Street Music Festival in Memphis.
And with host Trevor Noah leading the way, the White House Correspondents' Dinner took place after a 2-year hiatus.
The Met Gala also returned to its usual first Monday in May. The star-studded events we love are definitely back in a big way.
Now let's move on to some screen time. I am so excited to be joined now by Anthony Anderson. He's back as Detective Kevin Bernard in Law & Order, which airs Thursday nights on NBC.
I know you were involved.
Involved? With what?
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. In addition to being super busy with acting projects, you're also a spokesperson for Get Real About Diabetes, which urges people to change the way they think about type 2 diabetes.
Come on. It's not like you're a car that needs an oil change every 3,000 miles. Actually, that's exactly how I am.
You were diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2002, so no doubt this is a personal issue for you. What's one way that you've altered your life after getting diagnosed that's helped you manage your diabetes?
Exercising. I am running on air. And then exercising my mental health as well. Meditating and just taking time for myself. I look at how my lifestyle was up until the point I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and that was one of the main culprits.
The meditation, because I always have trouble with meditating. How do you get into it? What did that journey look like for you?
It's about forcing yourself to be still. You know, we're always on the go, and I know I am. It's about centering myself. When I'm home in California, the first thing I do is I walk out on my patio and I walk out in my backyard barefoot to ground myself, to start my day.
Your comedy, Blackish, recently aired its series finale after 8 seasons. We were so sad to see it come to an end. You and your on-screen wife, Tracy Ellis Ross, had amazing chemistry.
I love you.
I love you so much.
What are 2 things you're gonna miss about working with her?
The freedom in which we were able to do what we wanted to do, and the safety knowing that no one would ever fall.
It's never going to be easy when you're in a league of your own.
Do you predict reunions in the future or getting together?
I would love for reunions. I've already thrown out there, Johnson Family Vacation, the movie.
Where's the vacation gonna be if you could pick any spot in the world?
In the Johnsons, we would want to go to Africa. We've already done Disney World on the show. We would need to go someplace exotic.
As I mentioned earlier, you're part of the Law & Order cast once again. You told us here at People that you actually called Dick Wolf personally to reprise your role on the show. So what are 3 ways that you've changed since originally joining the show?
I've gotten smarter, I've gotten slimmer, and I've gotten richer.
When you joined the cast again, did it feel like riding a bicycle? You just kind of like, I can do this. Or was it harder than you thought?
It's a well-oiled machine, so to step into it, to go back was to step into it seamlessly.
I speak my mind.
But do you speak your truth?
I hope we don't disappoint the audience.
When people approach you on the street, what is the #1 project that they mention?
Me, being in the city, it's Law & Order. But in general, they bring up Kangaroo Jack a lot.
What?
People are in love with your mom, who is affectionately known as Mama Doris. She's hilarious on To Tell the Truth, which you host.
Is there a question? What is
never
this?
is.
And it's so special you 2 get to work together. What are 4 things you love about working with your mom?
First and foremost, I got the chance to take her off of my payroll and put her on the payroll of ABC. Because ABC can pay her much more money than I would ever be able to pay her. 2, this is something that my mother always wanted to do. So for me to be in a position to afford her the opportunity to live out her wildest dreams as an entertainer is a feather in my cap. My mother thinks she's funnier than I am, so she gets to try to show and prove that she is.
This is news to me.
I know it is. That's how I told everybody. Don't you tell Eddie.
And 4, by her trying to show and prove that she is, we all realize that she's not.
Let's see if you right about that.
She is very hilarious.
She'll tell you, where do you think he got it from?
I love you.
I love you too, Mama.
And finally, what are 5 words to describe this season of Law & Order?
Exciting,
Yes, what do we know? The chief is all over me on this one.
exhilarating,
When you asked me to come here, you said, I need someone with the guts to make hard decisions.
I still feel that way.
worth the wait.
Is that a problem?
No?
Anthony, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, be sure to watch Law & Order. It airs Thursday nights on NBC. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.